this movie was starting to go over my head, but then just when I thought I got it, I thought about some stuff that happened in there. Then I'm like, wait a minute, but no, damn, so that's not it either. You know, there was a couple of things I walked away with this movie from, right? And then still I'm like, okay, I'm still lost. Alright, y'all, so a quick funny story about going to see this movie, y'all. I was trying to take a power nap before I went to the cinema, so I'll be fresh, I won't fall asleep. And man, I was getting some good sleep in, man. I was having little fever dreams here and there. And damn it, when I woke up, I saw that the movie's supposed to start at 7:15. I had 3 minutes to get there. And mind you, my cinema, my AMC is like 20 minutes away, 25 actually. 20 if there's no traffic. Man, I had to rush, get up. Yo, I didn't even put no socks on, just shoes. Didn't even comb my beard or nothing, man. Just shoom. When I got there, luckily, when I sat down, the movie was just starting. I said, okay, cool, perfect. So here we go. But mind you, I'm still kind of out of breath and shit, man. I'm a little out of shape and everything. So I'm like, my big ass is running, trying to get there, and finally sat down. So for the first few minutes, I'm like watching a movie like this, y'all. And from the jump, this movie already has anxiety all over it. So anxiety movie, anxiety here. I'm like, my nerves were shot. But once I calmed down, I was able to somewhat enjoy Never Let Go, starring Halle Berry, the little demonic kid from The Deliverance, and directed by, how you say his name, Alejandro Ajo. I think that's how you say his name. The same cat that directed Crawl, the alligator movie, and The Hills Have Eyes. So when this movie ended, good thing I have a 20-minute ride home, because this is one of those movies where I had to think about it as I'm driving home. Like, okay, what was this movie trying to do? What was this movie trying to say? What was this movie trying to convey to the audience? You know what I mean? Because ever since Nope came out, I felt kind of stupid, because it took like 2 breakdown videos for me to understand that movie. Because I walked out, I just over my head. This movie was starting to go over my head, but then just when I thought I got it, I thought about some stuff that happened in there. Then I'm like, wait a minute, but no, damn, so that's not it either. You know, there was a couple of things I walked away with this movie from, right? And then still I'm like, okay, I'm still lost. So the whole thing with Never Let Go is Halle Berry and her twin sons are in this like cabin in the woods type deal. This is like Evil Dead 2 almost resurrected, all right? And like the way this is shot, it almost looks like the moon of Endor in Star Wars. Like I'm expecting the Ewok to come out any second. So Halle Berry and her 2 sons are in the woods, and there's this evil entity out there that if it touches you, it'll possess you, and then that spirit will come into their house, and then it'll cause all kind of chaos, and we'll end up killing each other, okay? So they have this thing where they tie these ropes on to each other, and they have to go out and search for food or whatever they need, and they have to hold on to this rope, and if they let go of the rope, the evil can get them. So Halle Berry's really strict about that. As this movie goes on, you start to question, well, one of the kids start to question, is this even real? Is there evil, or is there really even an evil spirit out there? And then as an audience now, you're questioning, well, is there evil? Is there really evil out there? Or is Halle Berry just losing her mind and she's poisoning her kids? So on one hand, okay, this is a survival movie. This is like a post-apocalyptic movie, but then is it though? Is this shit for real? Or is Halle Berry just crazy? And her kids are starting to call her on the bullshit. Like, my worst fear was that I don't want this to become an M. Night Shyamalan Village situation where the whole time this is just bullshit. And so at one point it does play like, okay, this is a whole bunch of bullshit, but then some stuff goes down where you're like, wait a minute, no, this ain't no bullshit. This really is some evil. And then after that, then it goes back to, well, you know what? Maybe it's not evil, or maybe it is. Dun, dun, dun. And then I walked out, I said, I don't care enough about this movie to even rack my brain around this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought about this driving home, then I said to myself, I'm like, you know what? Okay, if I really cared about this movie, then maybe I would really dig deep. But because I really didn't care, I'm like, so, okay. It's, I mean, it was shot very well. Halle Berry, I thought, gave a good performance. The kids got on my fucking nerves. All right, so you have the one kid, the little demon boy from The Deliverance. He's playing a little demon boy here again. And then you have the other son who reminds me of Jaden Smith from Pursuit of Happiness with ashy lips. And both these little motherfuckers got on my nerves. I didn't like either one of these kids. So I even got to a point where now I'm thinking maybe the evil done took over me, because I got to a point where I said, listen, I wouldn't mind if both these little motherfuckers died. I'm just keep it real, man. I'm like, look, some stuff goes down where I'm like, the only thing I was rooting for was the dog. Okay, and there was a scene that has to do with the dog where I'm like starting to cry. I'm like, no, don't. But I'm not gonna say what happened. So to see, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I'm like, they're like, don't hurt the dog. Okay, leave the dog be. But those kids, especially little Jaden Smith from Pursuit of Happiness, I was like, I don't like these kids. And then Halle Berry, I was like, you know what, you're kind of expendable as well. So by the end, I was like, okay, I think I see what they were going for, but then I'm not sure. And then I went to think about the deep meaning behind this, the metaphor. Like, okay, so if this is a metaphor for what I'm thinking about, I'm like, okay, that's some deep shit. Because it's like family trauma and generational curses. So, you know, your demons you pass down to your kids, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? And even though you're trying to protect them and do right by your kids, but sometimes the inner demons in you rub off on them. You know what I'm saying? And then you encase yourselves in this box, in this shell where you don't get out. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually, you know, your kids get to the point like, wait a minute, this isn't right. Like, you know, there's more to life than this, you know, not just being stuck in this little bubble. And I think that's what that movie was trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is about breaking generational curses and just moving on from family trauma. I think that's what it was trying to say. Listen, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some geniuses in the comments. Well, Rashad, you know, you almost got it, but actually, if you look deeper into the movie, you know what you missed was that. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't claim to be no genius. Listen, I just go to the movies, I sit down, I watch it just like y'all, and I just put my opinions on camera. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least I got the balls to do that. You know, some people, they just, you know, stick behind this here. Look, I bear myself to y'all. And, you know, sometimes I get called out for it. Sometimes I get complimented. But, you know, that's the YouTube game. But anyways, this movie was decent. Not big on scares. A couple of, you know, good jump scares here and there. Some creepy imagery. But overall, this was a horror movie that I'm really not going to, you know, think about as time goes on. You know, maybe also because I saw The Substance the night before. And The Substance was so buck-ass wild where this was like tame. This was like PG-13 tame compared to The Substance. So maybe if I seen this before I seen The Substance, maybe I could appreciate this more. But because I seen that junk last night, this here felt like fucking Nickelodeon or Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even close. But not a bad movie. So with that being said, I'll give Never Let Go, I give it a C. Okay? Very well shot movie, good, well acted movie. Like I said, not big on the scares, but I think there's that deep meaning behind the movie, which is cool. But not enough. I guess also what I'm saying is not enough went on where I just gave a shit. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much all I got. So have y'all seen Never Let Go? What y'all guys think about it? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.